Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am Jeremy Rouse. She is Gabby Sorrentino. Thanks for checking us out here with another episode of Bengals Conversations. Today we had a chance to talk with Shamar Chase, who was here at the podium, the dais, as you might say, behind us. Also, Tee Higgins and Shamar Stewart, the rookie defensive end for the Bengals. And we're going to start by talking about Shamar. And the one thing that I noticed, Gabby, is that there was an intense amount of focus, not only in the locker room in some ways, but with Shamar Chase. A lot of times he comes in here and he's kind of joking and laughing. Like, he was as serious as I have seen him in a long time. You can tell he's locked in. And also, Gabby, trying to make sure this offense looks better in week 2.
Yeah, but Jeremy, I think a lot of that is because the offense expects more from themselves. Yeah. They don't expect to have just 7 yards and a half of football. They have these big, explosive guys. And Shamar said he's putting it on him and T to be better, to stay in bounds, to make those catches that Joe Burrow is throwing them. Of course, we also had some fun with Shamar at the podium. So let's listen in to Shamar Chase's weekly press conference.
Shamar, I think the consensus is belief that the offense will get cooking eventually. What did you see or notice about your defense week 1 that was encouraging for you in any way?
They didn't stop, man. They didn't stop one time. They show a lot of grit right now, showing a lot of physicality, and they hungry, man. That's what I love most about our defense right now. We got a lot of, not gonna say a lot of young guys, but a lot of new guys that we're adding into the system that want to show what they can do.
Just getting back here to Cincinnati, playing at home in front of the home crowd, does that excite you?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I'm ready to come back in Cincy and I'm excited to hear the little T catch. It's kind of funny, cool.
Oh,
when they yell T stuff. So I need to give me something like that. That's fire.
What about for you?
I don't know. I gotta come up with something. It gotta stick though. T, you can't say uno. It won't stick.
How much time have you sat and thought about, like, what could they say for me?
You said, what can they say?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. T just got it natural. Like, I don't know what they gonna say yet. I'm gonna find something.
Why can't Uno work?
I don't know. Just imagine you can run it down the field and all you hear is Uno. It don't hit like T.
You don't think so?
Nah, it don't hit. It don't hit. It don't hit.
Is there added pressure knowing the history of this offense and the expectations of this offense to deliver after a quote-unquote bad down week last week?
I mean, that's like a every year saying. You know what I'm saying? I hear that a lot every year, over and over. At the end of the day, man, is we out there and we playing. We can control what we control as players. We trying to make plays. They don't always turn out to how we want them. But I mean, you gotta live with that sometimes. Sometimes the game's gonna be ugly. Sometimes it's gonna be good. And sometimes you just gotta live with a pretty ending. I mean, shitty ending.
Do you know Brian Thomas?
Yes.
What's your relationship like, and what do you think of his game?
I don't really have a big relationship with him like I do with Malik, but I've watched him a lot since he was at LSU. I think he's a pretty smooth receiver, pretty fast too, but just overall smooth in how he runs routes. He don't really show too much of his route with his steps, I want to say. I don't think y'all know what I mean by that, but he's just overall smooth receiver.
Rocky posted a video of you on a box of Lucky Charms. Your face is on a box of Lucky Charms.
Mm-hmm.
Is that surreal for you? I mean, your face is on a cereal box.
No, I just love that I could get free cereal for life. Eat some Lucky Charms every day.
Lucky Charms your favorite?
One of my favorites, yes. Yeah, love it.
So there's some kid eating Lucky Charms and you're staring at him. Just get your food.
I hope nobody's staring at me eating Lucky Charms.
Well, no, but I mean, on every box or whatever.
Oh, you saying like that? I mean,
The kid's looking at you. Why is he?
why you gotta say it like that, G? I mean, it's cool, it's cool as a kid. I feel like, I feel like that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Giving it to the younger generation, growing up, I was a Frosted Flakes guy growing up, I didn't really see, athletes on cereal boxes growing up, so I just think it's something cool.
How many bowls would you have to eat to play both ways?
Maybe like 5. So I can eat 3 bowls back to back, so yeah.
But you don't take any plays off. You're going to play.
I don't. Yeah, you're right.
Did you ever play DB at any point?
No, never. I played like safety, but that's like park ball. I wasn't like backpedaling. I was flat-footed and running down the whole time, you know?
Okay, so I loved the Lucky Charms conversation. I love the marshmallows in Lucky Charms. Do you like Lucky Charms? Like, is that your cereal choice?
I do. Like, Laura, if you're watching, I'm sorry. My wife doesn't let us buy those cereals anymore, and I abide by that rule. I'm cool. But back in the day, early in our marriage, Gabby, we used to always. You could buy the marshmallows only bags that come in the mail or whatever.
You still can.
Yeah, and we would just throw them on whatever cereal.
That's good.
And then we had kids, and she got serious about health. But yes, we enjoyed it. For sure.
I like it. Yeah, I think that it's pretty fun that that's a brand deal that Jamar got.
So we talked with Shamar Chase and also Tee Higgins. And Tee, it was interesting, and you're going to see this in the interview. He was almost shocked still talking about the 7 total yards in the second half. He said he's never experienced that in football. He was surprised, he said, when Zach Taylor told him after the game that the offense had just 7 total yards against the Browns in the second half. He said that cannot be how we play. We have too many weapons. I think they understand that. And certainly, as you're going to hear from Tee, the Bengals believe, as Shamar said, it will look a lot better in week 2.
Yeah, for sure, man. We've been doing it, 5 years plus. 5 years together now. And it's definitely a sense of confidence that it's gonna click, and hopefully it's this week. That's the goal, so we can get it going.
When do you know? Is there an indicator to you of when this offense starts to roll?
Usually when we know is when y'all know. Y'all see it, so yeah.
But do you and Trevor stay in touch?
Not too much. Me and Travis do. Travis Etienne.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's obviously coming off a big week.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you know as well as anybody what that guy's capable of doing.
For sure, yeah. So he's a great player. Just had a great week. But hopefully our guys stop all that this week.
This will be your third time seeing them and going against them, Cincy versus Jacksonville, since you got in the league. What's it like to see Trevor, even if you don't keep in touch with him?
It's always good to see my guy Trev. He was my QB in college, so we always got that relationship. I always want him to do good, just not versus us.
Y'all when you've taken a couple weeks to kind of find a groove, what kind of enables y'all to kind of find that rhythm once y'all get going? Why do you feel like it takes a couple weeks to make it work?
Honestly, I don't know, man. Just got to get it going early. Try to get it going early in the game, and hopefully we find that groove really quick.
When you look back on the film, T, from last week, what stands out to you of plays that maybe were near misses that could have been big gainers?
Honestly, the run plays with Chase. He was one broken tackle away from touchdowns, from big runs. I feel like those are the big misses that we had.
Is there an extra maybe chip on the shoulder after a week when the offense doesn't play as well as you'd like? Is there maybe an extra chip on the shoulder to go out and kind of prove what y'all can do going into this?
I wouldn't say it's an extra chip, but we definitely want to come out with better. Obviously we had 7 yards in the second half of last game. That's not to our standard. So you definitely got to come out and play Bengals football.
Do you remember a game ever in your football life where you've had 7 yards as an offense?
Nah, never. Honestly, no.
I think Joe took a big hit from Miles on the out route that you almost got in. What's it like seeing a guy like who's hanging in the pocket against that kind of pressure as a receiver when you know he's going to do that and try to get you on the ball?
Yeah, that just gives us more confidence as a receiver to, we could be patient in our routes and actually work the DB and get open. And, know that QB is going to deliver a great ball. So it gives us confidence that he's, not going to scramble all the time. So, yeah.
How big is that as a receiver? How many extra steps do you get if you have a quarterback that can hang in there? How much
it's not necessarily extra steps. We just can go through all of our steps in that route. You know what I mean? So, it's not being rushed.
Hard for you to believe you guys have never been 2-0, this group of Bengals?
I want to say I started 1-0. Maybe this might be the second time in my career. So, let's go.
When you said 7 yards in the second half, there almost sounded like a little disbelief in your own voice. I mean, when you say it, does it sound crazy?
I didn't believe it when Zach told us. So, but it's crazy. It sounds crazy, especially with this offense, the firepower that we have. It's absolutely insane. So, looking forward to changing that and coming back stronger this week.
What challenges does going up against a player like Travis Hunter, where there isn't much NFL film on him, but it sounds like he's expected to play more corner, what does that present?
He's a great guy. Obviously, we've seen what he can do in the collegiate level. Hopefully, he turns out to be a great player, for them guys on both sides of the ball. But as receivers over here, we're just going to prepare like we always do and, just try to, dominate the down, every single down.
Is there any difference, T, in going up against a DB that has such elite ball skills as Travis Hunter, obviously?
When you're going against guys with elite ball skills, you got to, be technically sound. You got guys like Travis, Trayvon Diggs, and guys like that. So, yeah, just got to be technically sound and, come out on routes could be low and, just eye contact with the ball.
When you got a matchup when you got a corner who's really patient in the way that he plays, how does it maybe affect the way you go and tackle him every snap over the course of the game?
He didn't have too many reps, last game at corner, so we didn't really get to see much and see how patient he is. But, just got to trust our route, trust the play caller, and then trust our QB at the end of the day.
But in general, when a guy is just really patient, when a corner you're playing against is really patient, how does that affect how you maybe attack him over the course of the game?
Just like I said, just got to trust our route and believe the quarterback's going to put the ball in the right place.
So, Jeremy, we heard from T, we heard from Jamar. The offense expects more this Sunday and to go 2-0 in front of the fans, their first home game. But we were impressed by the defense against Cleveland and specifically rookie Shamar Stewart. There's been so much talk about him in this offseason. It felt like he really rose to the occasion.
Yeah, I would say he did in a lot of ways. I would expect more snaps from him. And talking with Jamar about the defense, Jamar said physicality is what he noticed in week one because he believes the offense is going to be better. Obviously, he's the reigning Triple Crown winner, so we all expect that from the offense. But seeing that from the defense, and if you like these kind of things, I don't know if you do, Pro Football Focus ranked Shamar Stewart really high, one of the top defensive players for the Bengals in that game in week one. And we spoke with Shamar about how it went for him and what he expects in his second game.
Oh, I'm excited, I'm trying to see what the atmosphere is like. I heard it's similar to Cal Field.
What are you expecting from these fans on Sunday?
Man, to go berserk, go ballistic.
After week one, how's everything feeling for you?
After week one, the game slowed down a lot for me. At first, when I first got in there for the first couple plays, I'm like, this can move kind of fast for me. But I got adjusted to it, and now everything just feels smooth.
Was it kind of crazy that you're like standing on the field, you're like, okay, I'm here, I'm playing in my first NFL game after all of training camp, all of the college games?
Oh, no, it was real when I saw the 6'8", 370 human across from me. I'm like, yeah, this is the big leagues.
What do you know about Jacksonville? How do you prep for the Jags?
What I know about Jacksonville? Can't give out too much information.
I wanted to ask you, man, you certainly are very versatile. You can be moved around all over the place. We only saw a glimpse of that in week one, but how much do you enjoy being able to play like that for this team?
I enjoy it a lot, give me more opportunities to be on the field, That's where I want to be instead of being on the sideline. So any way I can help, I'm there, Coach.
You think it went well week one? I mean, I know you want to see your snaps grow, I'm guessing, but you certainly had an impact in the game, it felt like.
I feel like it went well, I got to add some stats to my stat sheet, finish some plays better, and hopefully I could get, make a bigger impact in the game.
What is it with you have this knack for pass deflections? When did that start to become a superpower for you in some ways?
Definitely at A&M. We used to drill it like every day. If you can't get there, get a hand up, and usually good things usually happen.
All right, so now it's time to put it on tape. The Bengals trying to start 2-0 under Zach Taylor for the first time, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
A lot of emphasis on winning this game Sunday in their home opener against the Jags. She is Gabby Sorrentino. I am Jeremy Rao. Thanks for checking us out.